Hmm. Yes, in previous lecture, the dynamic action of drug, we learn what is the modern pharmacology recognize.
Um,
Yes. In other words, even modern pharmacology recognizes first the reaction of amount of drug so minute that it is not possible to tell how small the amount of the drug in the solution is, yet it still shows definite action on the cell. Yes, in a every drug substance has its own action, and whenever it administered to the human being, then it definitely act on the cell. Then the second uh, point is the action is much more rapid in the case of well powdered substances. That means when the drug substance is mm, act rapidly whenever it is in a powder form or in a very fine form, that is the powder by the process of trituration. And third point, which is realized by pharmacology, that is a regardless the quantity of drug used, the solution is activated to mark degree by vigorous stirring. That means this minute quantity of the drug is also activated by the process of succussion. This shows the observation of the action of infinitesimal amount of drug on the physiological basis. That the greater the trituration, the more rapid action. That means uh, even more modern pharmacology also know the action of the or the infinitesimal amount of drug on the physiological basis. The action which occur at the physiological level, it is whenever it get triturated or whenever it get it succussion or the power of the medicine increase by the process of succussion, and the absorbability of the drug get increased because of this process of trituration and succussion, and therefore that the greater the trituration, the more rapid the action, and that the influence of succussion also speeds the rate of activity markedly. But the comprehension of the vital principles upon which homeopathy based does not follow the observation remarked by Professor Clark. Yes, yet modern pharmacology know by the or the application of the drug in a powder form or in a succussion form, while the whatever is the reason behind this, the trituration or succussion, it is totally devoid of the principle of vital principle. While homeopathic trituration or dynamization of the drug is only with the purpose of the to make the medicine or the to make the material medicine at the spiritual level, and it will be react with the vital principle. Yes, let us start from here. It is but natural that many prescribers at first stay close to the mechanical and chemical stages, for the material always first attract our attention. But in order to grasp the truth of the dynamization, we must apply the same means of approach and travel the same road that Hahnemann and his followers have traveled, recognizing the dynamic in health and in disease, and applying the same line of thought and reason to the study and development of the power and the action of drug. It is a somewhat gist of the or the whatever is the inference taken from the process of this dynamization, or you can say the doctrine of dynamization in homeopathy, with the sole purpose to make the or to arouse the dynamic or hidden power of the medicine by the process of potentization, and it is followed by Dr. Hahnemann with some intention, and it is also recognizing the dynamic in health. Yes, what is the purpose of dynamization of the drug? Because you must have, or you must realize the dynamic aspect of the health, or the dynamic aspect of the vital force in health and in disease. Yes, in health, this dynamic vital force maintain all the equilibrium of the body and we can enjoy the health. While in disease, what happened? There is a dynamic derangement of the vital force by the dynamic disease force. And therefore, we need the dynamic energy or dynamic power of medicine. And it is only possible by the process of potentization. And applying the same line of thought and reason to the study and development of the power and action of drug. It is well to note the care and thoroughness of Hahnemann's work and the methodical way in which he developed the potency, using the centesimal scale in preparing his divided doses, and give each step in the process vigorous succession. Yes, Hahnemann, Hahnemann was the, or Hahnemann first time uh, used this process of, or developed the process of potentization. At the beginning, he only used the diluted medicine, while for the mixing purpose, he shake it well, and he observed that by this shaking, this still the medicine in a diluting form, still it act very powerfully, and therefore he decided to develop this dilution method with a very systematic way, and he developed the centesimal scale, and he very systematically potentize all the medicinal substance or in spite of using the crude material dose. He desired to use this medicine in a very minute quantity, isn't it? And for this minute quantity he diluted, then he developed the centesimal scale. In the very definite scale, he diluted, or you can say potentize, all the medicinal substance. This process was continued until all trace of quantity had vanished beyond the recognition of all possible physical tests. Yet in these higher potencies, the dynamic qualities or potential qualities survive. Yes, so what happened in the process of potentization? Until all trace of quantity, whatever is a material of this crude drug substance, had vanished. There is not remain at all a single atom of the original medicinal substance. म्हणजे जर फॉर एक्झाम्पल जर आपण घेतलं की नॅट्रामूर पासून जर मेडिसिन त्यांनी तयार केलेलं आहे सकशन मेथडनी किंवा ट्रायच्युरेशनच्या मेथडनी, तर एका विशिष्ट पोटेन्सी मध्ये पोचल्यानंतर त्या नॅट्रामूरचा म्हणजे कॉमन सॉल्टचा एक सिंगल ॲटम देखील त्या पोटेन्सी मध्ये किंवा त्या ड्रग सबस्टन्स जे आहेत, जे ड्रग बनवलेलं पोटेंटाइज बनवलेलं आहे त्याच्यामध्ये सापडणार नाही. That means not a single atom of the natramur remain behind in that particular potentized medicine. Beyond the recognition of all possible physical tests, we can perform all the physical tests or also chemical tests for the detection of this natramur in that particular medicine. You can't observe a single atom of the medicine in that particular potentized medicine. While what happened? Yet in these higher potencies, the dynamic qualities or potential qualities survive. While whenever we prove this medicine, which totally devoid of the original material of the drug substances, whenever we desire to prove or experimented on the healthy human being, still this medicine act very efficiently, because the yet there is a quantity get reduced, the quality of the medicine and or it is enhanced, the quality enhanced, and therefore it reach to the dynamic level, and therefore it act to that particular prover and produces n number of symptoms at the mental level, or you can say at the mind and physical level, rather than the material body. In these higher potencies, the dynamic qualities or potential qualities survive. Yes, uh, that means this material of the drug substance is not responsible for cure, while the drug energy is responsible for a cure, which get potentized, which get attenuated, or which get rise to a very incredible extent. And whenever we try to know this action of the drug energy, you can perform the drug proving, and definitely you can observe the various symptoms appear in the healthy human being, that is on the prover, because of this higher potency possesses the dynamic quality or the potential qualities. It is survive, म्हणजे क्वांटिटी जरी नसेल तरी त्या मेडिसिनची, त्या ड्रग एनर्जीची जी काही पोटेन्शियल आहे, जी काही पॉवर आहे, ती त्या मेडिसिनल सबस्टन्स मध्ये राहते. हे आपण बरेच प्रयोगांनी किंवा बरेच एक्सपेरिमेंटनी, क्लिनिकल एक्सपेरिमेंट म्हणा किंवा ड्रग प्रूव्हिंगचे एक्सपेरिमेंट म्हणा, हे आपण वारंवार ऑब्झर्व केलेलं आहे. अपॉन अप्लाइंग these potencies upon man or animal, we find a far more delicate organism or apparatus than in provided in many possible physical instruments as yet developed. Yes, you can observe the action of the various potencies whenever we prove on the upon man or animal, and or apparatus than in provide in any possible physical instrument. Yes, we cannot observe this action of the drug by any physical means, or any physical property remain behind, or any chemical property remain behind the particular drug, while it is only the dynamic energy which react with the human being. Possibly the furthest development of the radioactive power may in time give us a measuring instrument that may partially reveal this ability. But the human organism will always be the most delicate instrument for the susceptible subject to quick to respond to this dynamic force. Yes, then after this development of the radioactive substances, and we well acquainted with the radioactive power of the some radioactive elements, isn't it? And we can measure these radioactive properties of this element, but it is not a full revelation, or you can say it is not a full knowledge how the medicine would be act on the human being. It is the only possible whenever it applied to the healthy human being, or it administered to the human being, because the susceptibility of the human being is responsible for the drug, or the susceptibility of the human being allow the drug energy to react and to produce the symptom in the body. This susceptibility is very much important to the quick response to the dynamic forces. This dynamic force is only, or the dynamic energy of the medicine you can only observe whenever it react with the dynamic vital force of the human being, isn't it? When this, because there is a reaction of this drug energy with the reaction of this life energy, and therefore we observe some symptoms